Okay, in this video, I am counting down the top 10 biggest failures in warrior cats. Basically, I'm choosing 10 cats who had big responsibilities or ambitions, and just failed terribly at following through with them. Now, villains in particular have it hard because the heroes always win in the end, so I will be trying to limit the amount of villains on this list down to 4 or 5. Number 10, Darkstripe. Darkstripe is just such a little jerk. He spent his entire life and afterlife being Tigerstar's useless follower. He just lacks any self-expression or internal motivation. He's mean for the sake of being mean. I don't know what else to say. He's pathetic. Oh yeah, before I continue, I want to let you all know that I also made a list video about the top 5 meanest warrior names. The list is in the form of an Amino story. Yes, this video is sponsored by Amino. The video can be found on the Amino app, which has short little story videos for every topic imaginable. Click the link in the description or pinned comment, or search Amino in your app store to download the app. Once you're in, search Bright Guardian Akira under Users to find my stories. Be sure to hit follow and click that bell if you want to be notified when I post a story. And when you watch, it supports my channel. Number 9, Tigerstar. Okay, Tigerstar did get a lot done, don't get me wrong, but with the whole Scourge situation, I feel he really deserves a place here. He spent so much time building up his ego that he completely forgot that he wasn't invincible. What a mess. And his big return for the Dark Forest conflict was very underwhelming, with Mapleshade and Hawkfrost being much more prevalent during training, and Tigerstar going down very easily in the battle when he fought against Firestar. Tigerstar fell short of his ambitions really hard. Number 8, Hawkfrost. Hawkfrost is a big reason why the new Prophecy books are lacking. We know that he's evil for a long time, but he just fails to do anything to bring himself closer to his goals. We get a brief moment of tension with him being made RiverClan deputy, but then Mistyfoot returns rather quickly, so we have to wait all the way until the Firestar scene in Sunset, but then Brambleclaw very abruptly kills him, making everything fall flat for Hawkfrost's story. He redeems himself a little bit in the Dark Forest, but overall he is a pretty weak villain. Number 7, Bumblestrite. Yeah. Number 6, Lionblaze. Lionblaze was given this super epic power to be invincible in battle, and he doesn't really use it much. He just fights like any strong warrior would. I mean, it might be a little extreme to call him a failure, but think of it this way. Jayfeather, Lionblaze, and Dovewing were all given special powers so the clans could defeat the Dark Forest. Jayfeather used this power to gain a lot of wisdom and understanding of other cats' perspectives, and he reunited Star Clan. Dovewing used her senses to hear the cats coming, and she also brought water back to the clans in the drought. And then there's Lionblaze. He's just sort of part of the Great Battle. He didn't do anything to turn the tide. I just don't get what his deal is. Number 5, Leopard Star. Looking back at Leopard Star's leadership, I'm just so disappointed in her. The only notable thing she did was a complete disaster. She allowed Tigerstar to take over her entire clan just because she had a little crush on him. Ouch. She started out so strong. She lost both her mother and her siblings as a kid, and RiverClan did everything to spoil her and build up her confidence. But it just wasn't enough. She truly felt that she needed to join with Tigerstar to be a strong leader. But she was so wrong, and Stonefur died as a result. She regained control of RiverClan, but then she really didn't have any dramatic moments afterwards, and she just fizzled out due to her sickness. She could have been an absolute legend, but she just never lived up to her clan's expectations. Number 4, Soul. Soul started out okay. He got Black Star on his side in such a spectacular fashion. He truly has a way with words. But the problem is, that's all he had. The moment the three call him out on his bluff and ask about their father, he can't do a thing. He played up knowing about the eclipse in advance, but he had no other information to use. So he has the most unceremonious defeat of all the Warrior Cat's villains. And his return doesn't do him much service either. He couldn't really train his followers to fight properly, so they just gave in and retreated from battle, leaving us to never hear from Soul again. So many villains and Warrior Cats go down fighting viciously, but Soul just retreated like the coward he is. Number 3, Rowan Star. In A Vision of Shadows, you can tell the writing team decided, hey, how about we make Rowan Star as incompetent as we possibly can? He raised a group of apprentices that hated the warrior code, and he was so bad at managing Shadow Clan that most of his cats chose a vicious killer over him. At the very least, he did have the sense to leave Shadow Clan once it got messed up by Darktail, but wow, he did not do anything to solve anything. Rowan Star being useless was a major plot point, so he's definitely a fitting addition to this list. Even after Darktail was out of the picture, he couldn't get the respect back from his clanmates in the slightest. He had to disband the clan once he didn't have his son to lean on. Rowan Star went from being a pretty strong cat to just having no ability to stand for himself. Absolutely pathetic. Number 2, Stick. No, not Jayfeather's Stick. Stick the cat. Ugh, Stick. Both my number 2 and number 1 picks have major spoilers for SkyClan's destiny. I know a lot of people haven't read that book, so feel free to leave if you don't want it spoiled. Anyways, Stick kills Red, his own daughter. It was by accident, but honestly it's infuriating how bad of a father he is. His story is normal at first. His daughter fell in love with Harley, a rogue cat from a rival group. Stick is unable to accept that Red is safe in this relationship. Stick just finds himself unable to reason. He lunges at Harley with the intention of killing him, and Red just jumps between the two cats. Stick is so caught up in his anger that he accidentally kills Red instead. There's a moral in there somewhere about Stick being so caught up in rivalry that he didn't take the chance to properly think through the situation and give trust to his daughter. But Leafstar and SkyClan are just like, okay, that happened, and they just leave before any cat can reflect on it. The fact that Stick has to live the rest of his life knowing that his daughter is dead because he ripped her throat open, that alone is just terrible. There's no recovering from that. Number 1, Leafstar. So, Leafstar gave us the opportunity to have a full super edition about a female cat being leader of her clan from start to finish. Who knows how long it will be until we get another book like this. It's a good thing that Leafstar was a great representation of women in leadership. Yeah, no, she totally wasn't. She got pushed around by her deputy Sharpclaw the entire super edition. He was such a jerk to her daylight warriors. But instead of putting her foot down, she just sort of bickered with him about it. She completely forgets that she has authority as SkyClan's leader. Later on, Sharpclaw even goes behind her back to carry out special training missions that she doesn't approve of. She gets upset, but she doesn't threaten his job as deputy or anything. I keep waiting for her to snap, but at the end of the book, she just has a friendly chat with Sharpclaw, and she decides that he only directly disobeyed her orders because he cares about her and SkyClan. No! Leafstar, you're wrong. He's doing it because he's an arrogant jerk who can't accept being told what to do. Leafstar in many ways represents problems that women face in the workplace, struggling to have a voice. But the book does nothing to resolve this conflict. It just makes you feel bad. And Hawkwing's journey, well, she isn't much better. As the book progresses, Hawkwing gets super smart and strong and confident and such, and he just makes Leafstar look like a total fool. She's an emotional wreck. Warrior Cats just does absolutely nothing to show us that women can be competent leaders, and Leafstar is nothing but a reminder of that. This is why we need Squirrel Star. Anyways, that concludes all my thoughts on the biggest failures in Warrior Cats. As always, feel free to share your opinions in the comments. And be sure to check out my top 5 meanest warrior names list on Amino.